Hello, hi there, you lovely Virgos, and thank you for joining me here on my channel to get your general overview for February 2017. And if you don't know anything about me, I'm Bella, and how I work is I work with my spirit guides. So it's pretty much my spirit guides giving you the theme or the overview that you need to be considering as you go generally through the month of February. And for those of you who'd like something a bit more specific on love, do visit your Virgo love reading for February 2017, which I go a bit more in depth about. But this is just a general overview. So how it's been shown to me by my guides kind of in your first week, it's a bit like you balancing, I guess, things, but more at an emotional level and in your mind. Like, you know that there's some choices to make when it comes to lots of different things, and these feel like practical things. So for some Virgos, this will be, I know I need to finish decorating my bedroom. I know it is I need to finish completing that form that gets me into college or onto a course. I know I need to fill out that application for a new job. You know you need to do something, but yet you're not doing it. But you seem content enough. But I think the worry with this is that perhaps you're just a little bit too laid back, a little bit too content about it. And it's one of those situations that maybe that you need to give some thought about putting some actions behind it, because you don't want it to catch up with you. Because in the energy that there is a little bit for some Virgos this month is that you could get stressed out, particularly as you get to the third month, which I'll come to in a moment. But what I like about the first kind of week is the fact that you have so many open options to you that are lovely, that are nice, that are setting good way forwards. So it's asking for you is to be bold and put those practical things into action. That you can do it all, because I think for some of you, because it is coming up as it being balanced, like a balancing act, some people may feel like they might drop some plates or something if they try to do it all at once. But actually, what the energy is saying is, no, you can. And I do know astrologically, it's a really good time, the first couple of weeks in February, up until we get to the eclipse, which I believe is around the 13th. So in the second kind of week, I like this week because it feels very much, and I probably will touch on this when it comes to the romance section, but it's a very good time about connections. But if we want to look at this in the general sort of sense, again, for those who are applying for colleges or just wanting to join a drama group or wanting to have a new job, it's the best time for you to shine, because you're literally on fire. You're literally on fire in terms of your connections that you make. People seem to want to be around you. You want to be around other people. It's the best time, again, if you're single and you want to date, because you are literally, you're giving off an energy where you feel happy, but also people are really noticing you. So if you've done the jobs that you need to do in the first week, then actually very quickly you find that you're attracting people wanting to know more about you. And I think this is so key if you're looking for a job, that you do the work in the first week, and the second week it's almost like straight away, bam, someone's calling you up straight away saying, gosh, I saw that and I wanted to ask you some more about yourself. But also when it comes to family, friendships, a lot of you will be spending a lot of time with those kind of connections, because it just feels right. And people will be calling you up and saying, let's do this, let's do that. And you'll be calling people up saying, let's do this, let's do that. And you do it. It's a really happy week. But then something happens. And if my maths is right, and the eclipse that happens, it's a lunar eclipse, which is about endings. As you get to the end of that kind of week in particular, some of you kind of go a bit down in your energy. And for those of you who saw my general overview, it's very much a decision time. Now, I think this depends a lot about whether you did the work in the first week about, doing those practical elements. I think for those of you who did it, you won't feel like this. But for those of you who did not, had too much fun and left that to the side, it just feels to me that your sudden realization, and then a whole lot of anxious thoughts come to you about some disappointments that you had last year, and you kind of turn it into a bigger monster than it needs to be. You become quite defensive as well. So it also feels as well for some people, it may have nothing to do with that practical element that you should have done something at the beginning of the month. It feels more about maybe some of those connections that you were really enjoying last week, that somebody's disappointed you and has zipped your energy right down. You've let them steal your light a little bit. It's super important in that week that you don't give up. It's super important that you don't let that anxiety or that negativity monster get to the better of you, because it kind of ruins the next few months a little bit if you don't recognize that it's just a feeling and that you are in control. Get in control in that week, even if it feels like you're running through tar. Even if you're feeling panicky and you're thinking, oh, I should have done it, and you're sort of, I don't know, I've got my driving test now and I should have done it, I didn't practice. Find the time. Do something. Because actually, by doing that, you'll find that actually the end result is not as bad as you think. And for those of you who see this and recognise that week is just a feeling, then you may even ride through it and then come out the other side knowing that it's just a phase. And for those of you who do it in the fourth week, then you do find out that you're the master of your universe, that you are in control. You're very organised, but very direct. Somebody asks you something, you know the answer. For those of you who linger in that energy, then basically it continues for a bit, and you may make poor choices about maybe not taking a job or ending a relationship or not going for some test or not doing something that you will regret, unfortunately, if you allow that energy to kind of eat you inside. If you can understand it's just a feeling and then ride through it, trust me, the next week you'll see the success. Your energy flows back up, you're feeling a lot more confident. I do get here in the last week, particularly for those where perhaps it was somebody that brought your mood down, you will be telling them that they brought your mood down, and you'll be quite sharp about it because it needed to be said. Because for some people, they won't have realised they brought your mood down, and some people, they would have deliberately have done that, because some people like to drag people's energies down. Some people like to have, friends that are in the same boat as them. But it feels to me that as you recognise that this is not you, it is them, that you'll say something, friend, family, lover, whoever it is. But all it does is it gives you that confidence. That coupled with some practical elements around your life in terms of whatever it is that you're starting to be ambitious about or trying to get through, you start to believe in yourself that actually you're going to attain that, which is just lovely. So I know which energy I prefer you to live in. And it's super important, because when we have eclipses sometimes, or moons, new moons, they do affect us, our emotions, because moons control what happens to our emotions. So I know that the lunar one is about endings. It's of a sorts, but endings don't mean the end. It's like the ending, opening a door to a new beginning, and see it that way. So I do hope that's helped with a general overview for February 2017. If you would like to know anything about my services, just look below. There's loads of links to my Facebook group, my website. If you've liked this, please do share, subscribe, and comment and tell me why you liked it. And again, I hope you have a very enjoyable 2017. Take care.